Allies of President William Ruto have today faulted the judiciary for slamming brakes on the newly enacted finance law. The leaders, who include Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, say the courts should look at the bigger picture and consider public interest before giving their rulings. Mudavadi was speaking when he accompanied President William Ruto to the homecoming ceremony of Principal Secretary Chris Kipto. During the event, President Ruto chided the opposition for propagating demos, as Elvis Koskei reports.
Ruto today led top government officials for the 7th edition of Kaptagat Forest annual tree planting at Kesup Forest in the county of Elgeyo Marakwet. After this, the leaders headed to the homecoming ceremony for the National Treasury PS Chris Kipto. The fate of the recently enacted finance law took center stage, with Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi faulting the courts for their decision to halt implementation of the law.
How can a procedural issue supersede public interest? It is not possible, and it is not good for this country that public interest is taken for granted.
It's July 1st. The order of the court has said that no collection, no implementation of finance bill until 5th of July. If you lose 60 billion in 5 days, that is in excess of 300 billion. That judge also needs to tell us, how are we ever going to recover that money?
When we zero rate coffee and tea that is going to be used for export, who on earth would have a problem with that particular proposal, Your Excellency?
The president did not speak on the issue, but instead directed his attack on the opposition, who have announced the resumption of demos over rising cost of living.
Wasemi ati tuongeze subsidy. So hiyo ni mzuri, so long as they have now understood that subsidy will not help ya kusubsidize mambo ya unga. Wamekubali sasa twende tusaidiane na wakulima. Sasa wanaendelea kuchanuka, waendelee namna hiyo ndio Kenya iweze kwenda mbele. We have no problem with the opposition, but we want them to be responsible. Ama namna gani? Kwani tuko na shida na watu wa upinzani? Wawaje tu fujo. That's all. Hatutaki vita, hatutaki kuharibu mali ya wananchi.
Hata kama pesa itapatikana, hatuwezi chukua. Mkilete, tuta return to sender. Wacha ile pesa itapatikana kwanza, tununue bolea ya wakulima. Wacha ile pesa itapatikana, tupatie akina mama na wazee wale wa 70 years and above.
3 factories, Your Excellency, yenye nafaa kwanza. Ya kwanza ni ile ya viazi, ukanipatia ya njugu na ya bamboo, Your Excellency. Na timber sasa kwa sababu tuko na forest. Shida, Your Excellency, we don't have the land. MCS wameniapprove 250 million to start of that thing ili vijana wapate kazi. Your Excellency, leo na kuomba kabisa, Your Excellency, hata tumia tu sign language, Your Excellency, hata usiseme neno. Tumia sign language, Your Excellency.
President Ruto further pledged to revise some of the stall projects in the area, including controversy-ridden Aurora and Kimwarer, and also Flossper Mining Company.
Barabara, Murkomen yuko hapo, mambo ya maji, mambo ya Kamarinye kwa nini, mambo ya stadium, mambo ya Kimwarer na Aurora. Simuliona mimi na rais wa kule Italy, tulishakubaliana tunatatua shida ya kisiasa. Kimwarer na Aurora haina shida ingine, ilikuwa ni shida ya siasa. So hiyo tutatatua mpaka kule Itare Dam, so hakuna wasiwasi. Hivi karibuni hizo dam zitaanza, kwa sababu tunataka kuondoa shida kabisa ya watu kukombana kule chini.
Ningependa kushukuru kwa sababu umetuzindulia dam. Dam hii ya Yokot itasaidia watu wa sehemu hii kwa ukulima na maji ambayo inaenda kutumika katika domestic.
Earlier, the president took part in 1 minute 59 seconds tree planting challenge in Keyo North before launching the rehabilitation of Yokot Dam.
Na sote tunakubaliana ya kwamba njia ya kumaliza ama kupunguza hali ya kukosekana kwa mvua na kiangazi ni kulinda mazingira yetu.
Elvis Koskei, KTN.
Now get this, President William Ruto, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua